Hey, I'm super excited to share this Google Sheet with you. This is the most important, the fundamental aspect, the foundation of any content writer and copywriter, freelancer and agency working online. Because let me quickly explain to you the first column. These are different tasks that you do on a daily, weekly and monthly basis, either to attract new clients, to do prospecting, or to serve your clients. You also do miscellaneous tasks such as educating yourself, reading, consuming information online, listening to audiobooks, watching YouTube, going on social platforms, social media, etc. So all these tasks, we need to count our time. We need to monitor each and every hour of each and every working day. Okay, so this is why I come up with this Google Sheet, which I want you to fill out. Just click on File, make copy, so you can save this on your own Google Drive, and then you can start to fill it out. The last column, called Observations, this is where you type in whatever remarks or comments you want to jot down, depending on a particular row. Okay, like for example, let's start with the end. What project management tools are you using already? Just use that here in the observation column. Personally, I use Bonsai to manage project clients and time tracking as well, and sending invoices to clients. So if use the same tool for time tracking, for client management, like for example Upwork, I know for a thing that for sure they use, they have time tracking features. Probably is not the best one on the market, but if you use that and if you don't use any extra app or tool, just write Upwork here in the observation column next to client management tools or next to time tracking tools. If all your clients are on Upwork, then use Upwork as well. If for project management you use Google Drive or Google Sheet, just add that here. Now let's move forward with the next columns. I want you to jot down and think about this, okay? So there is no time for rush here. I estimate it should take you a few hours, a few days. It's up to you, however you want to play and exercise with this aspect. Once again, it's a foundational aspect of any content writer and copywriter, whether they are freelancing, they are working for clients, or they are working in an agency, whether they are employees, it doesn't matter. You have to track your time accordingly. This is so important, it's crucial. And here's why. Let me further explain to you this this training. First of all, the second column is Upwork. If you prospect on Upwork, if you send new bids, you approach new clients, how much do you spend on average per day? If you spend like 1 hour to prospect on new clients, which I highly recommend, just type in 1 hour, okay? And then here you count on average how much time you spend per week, and you do the total across all these platforms. Like for example, you may spend another hour, just for the sake of the example, on LinkedIn alone for prospecting. Okay, so right now we are focusing on prospecting because if you lack clients, if you lack enough clients or enough high-paying clients, or if you lack recurring clients, if you are sick and tired to go from one client to the another, from one project to the another, then you need to spend more time on prospecting, on engaging with new prospects, starting new conversations. It's very important, this aspect. let's say on Facebook, you frequent Facebook groups, Facebook community pages, you engage with in conversations with new prospects, high quality prospects. You add just 1 hour a day on Facebook alone. Also, maybe you subscribe to industry newsletters and opt-in lists. Let's say you add another hour. If you also comment on relevant blogs in your industry where your clientele is hanging around, why not add another hour? Now, I don't want you to add, hypothetically speaking, these hours or this. I want you to consider, if you haven't already monitored your time on average, how much time you spend on prospecting. Most of the freelance writers and copywriters whom I talk with, they do not monitor their time spent online doing different tasks and various activities. You should not do the same mistake. From now moving forward, that you have accessed this material, this training, this video, take this Google Sheet and run with it to the bank. It's so profound, the impact it will make. Fast forward 12 months, from now moving forward, it will be amazing, okay? And I'm very excited to hear your feedback. So whatever questions, comments, concerns you have, or suggestions you have about this training, this lesson, this Google Sheet, and this exercise, which I'm sharing with you today, let me know. I'm just one email away. I'm very excited to hear from you. So this is not hypothetically speaking. I want you to really consider on average how much time you spend on these platforms. If you spend time on YouTube, on TikTok, or other platforms such as Instagram, Pinterest, just add this to the observations column and then do the total math, okay, and type in just another hour, or how much time you spend on these platforms. Let's do the math. So that would be like 6 hours a day to engage with prospects. 6 hours multiplied by 5, that would be 30 hours a week. 30 hours a week multiplied by 4 weeks, that would be 120 hours per month just for prospecting alone. Now, when you do prospecting, definitely you need to have a strategic game plan. You don't have to just spend an hour and just read stuff. You have to engage, actually. That's what prospecting is all about. You have to comment on these platforms. You have to send bids if it's Upwork or Guru. If it's LinkedIn, Facebook, email, and blog and other platforms, you have to engage. You have to strike conversation. You have to like other people's comments and interventions and thoughts. So you have to be active on social. That's why we call that, or they call that, social media. It's a social behavior, okay? The same goes for Upwork, Guru, Freelancer, and other content writing platforms and freelancing platforms. So prospecting 6 hours a day, it's amazing. I don't know anybody who's doing that. So consider this a super goal to reach, you know, like the super standard. Even if you spend just 1 hour on average a day to do prospecting, that should be enough to land you new clients, because 1 hour a day, 5 hours a week, 20 hours within a month. Out of those 20 hours, you should land, ideally speaking, one high-paying client or one dream client or recurring client, if you have the right game plan, the right strategy, and the right execution. Now, let's talk about serving clients. The same approach goes here. You have to monitor your time with 100% accuracy. Regarding time tracking tools, I said that Upwork has their own time tracking feature, but that's for tracking client work. For prospecting, you have to use an external tool, I guess. Bonsai may be one tool. Clockify is another tool which I'm using, so this is ideal, okay? It even have a Chrome app, so you may want to check that. There are also lots of other alternatives, free alternatives. You don't have to use a pay tool. Anyway, so serving clients, how many hours do you work per day serving clients? If you serve clients on Upwork alone or on Upwork as well, just do the math here. Like for example, if you spend 1 hour to actually do research, write articles, post emails, whatever it is that you write, and it's about a client on Upwork, just type in 1 hour. If it's an article or content writing or strategy, whatever it is that you do, consulting for clients on Guru, you add how much time you spend on a daily basis as well. So let's pretend it's 1 hour, okay, just for the sake of this exercise. If you serve clients on LinkedIn, that you got through LinkedIn, okay, I know people who land clients from LinkedIn and they serve clients on LinkedIn, but if you bring clients from LinkedIn or any other platform back to Upwork so that you build your portfolio, then definitely you may want to mention in the observation columns, or maybe you have a separate Google Sheet or whatever other methods you have, so that you know for sure with the 100% accuracy where your clients are coming from. Because some freelancers, whether they bring clients from email outreach, from Facebook groups or LinkedIn, they if they have a portfolio, or if they want to build their portfolio on Upwork, usually they bring those clients back to Upwork. If that's your case as well, then more than probably you will have more hours for serving clients on Upwork in this column to be added here. So that's one way to look at it. And you do the same, you count all the time spent on a daily basis, then you multiply. If you work from Monday to Friday, as most freelancers do, you do the math, you do the count per week and then per month. So this is just for serving just for serving clients. Miscellaneous tasks and activities are all about educating yourself, but it's not part of prospecting or serving clients, or at least not for serving clients. So for example, if you do research, if you have client brief, if you do research for a particular project, I would not count that time in this row, but actually I would count that time here in this row, serving clients, because time spent on educating yourself on a target market, on a target client, or on a particular project, like for example, if you want to learn how to write better copy, better emails, or better blog post, although you could write those amount of time here, I don't think it would be fair. Let me know what you think about that, by the way. Usually I count that time here. Miscellaneous activities are for personal time, for leisure, just for entertainment, like listening to different audiobooks, but it's not part of prospecting or serving clients, or watching YouTube, just for entertainment or leisure, you know, or for personal matters, like for example, if you want to learn about some health conditions, or about sports or hobbies. And once again, it's not part from prospecting related or serving clients related task. You add those time here, and this will help you, it will help us to see exactly how much time you spend on different activities. And then you will be able, based on this task here, on your notes, you will see how much free time you are left with on a daily, weekly and monthly basis. Based on that, based on your observations as well, based on this exercise alone, you will be able to see if it makes sense to either get new clients, do more prospecting, or less clients and more prospecting, or however you want to juggle with that. So it's important you fill out this entire Google Sheet on each row and on each column accordingly. Obviously, if you don't deal with Guru, you don't have to fill this out. If you don't spend time on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on other platforms or on blogs, and if you just deal with Upwork alone to serve clients and do prospecting, these are your fields, okay, and nothing else. But I wanted to include this because I deal with lots of freelance content writers and copywriters using different platforms, and they don't just rely on Upwork alone. So feel free to modify this this Google Sheet to fit your personal situation, your custom context, you know. That's it. And here the last column would be the total hours you spent per day, you know. Like for example, if you work like 8 hours or 10 hours, you know as a freelancer how much time you devote and you invest in working. Ensure that working means how many hours you serve clients per day, how many hours you do prospecting per day, and how many miscellaneous activities you dedicate to per day, so that on a daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis, we know how much time you are left with, once again, with free time. And only once we get the big picture and based on the total numbers here and your observations across these tasks, these activities, we will be able to see how we can move forward with converting more clients, better clients, or even getting less clients and tripling your results. Because last year I was able to actually triple my revenue from my clients' results, from my clients' payouts, by working with less clients and spending more time on structuring better deals, having better package deals, better offers. Hopefully this was inspiring to you. I'm looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much. God bless.